Alright everyone, welcome back to Cody's Lab. So Canyon and I are about to be flying up to Alaska, which means before I get on an airplane I probably ought to change my clothes into something that hasn't been around explosive materials, because the dogs and the swabs will probably, I might set off an alarm of some sort. So let's change into something that hasn't been exposed to chemicals. There, it's a little better. Okay, now my boots are going to need to be fixed because they've had a lot of stuff dumped on them. Yeah, these boots have definitely had it. I'm going to restore them to how they were when they were new. There, that's a little better. Okay, just lace up the boot, and look at that. The lace is already broken. You know, the laces these come with are just really no good. So, you know what? I'm going to fix those right now. There we go. Now these are much better laces. They don't break nearly as much. Actually, you know what? What am I doing? I could just teleport to Alaska. Okay, looks like I'm standing on a glacier. What luck. How about we channel my inner geologist? Okay. There we go. Glass of ice water. Oh man, that is great. Basically, I'm drinking snow water here, but it doesn't taste like the normal snow water you'd get like in the city or something, because this water fell as snow hundreds if not thousands of years ago, well before the Industrial Revolution, so there's really no pollution in here. Also, we're pretty far from anywhere that'd be producing pollution. So unfortunately, glaciers are extremely windy and exceedingly bright, and so most of the footage that I got while at the glacier was completely unusable. I'll do a much more in-depth video on glaciers when I'm doing my geology series, which I hope to start sometime in the fall. Okay, so since we're in Alaska, I figured I may as well do a little bit of gold panning. I don't expect to find much, but here we are in Hope, Alaska. And underneath these tree roots you can see where it's been exposed. There's a hard pan of clay right there, right next to the river. So this hard pan of clay is going to capture the gold, because gold, as it sinks down through the gravel, it's going to stop right there. So the gold's going to be right here. Let's grab a few pans and see what we can catch. Let's see if I can get a better shot of what I'm doing down here. So here is clay, and if you can see it, and the gold wouldn't sink down through the clay because the clay would be solid even when it's wet. But right on top of the clay is where the gold's going to be. So I'm going to clean out underneath of these rocks right along this layer where the clay is. Okay. And after I've loosened that off with a pick, I'm going to take it and put it over here in my gold pan. There we go. So, that's all I'm doing here. Yep. Alright, got me a big pan of stuff out from underneath those roots. Let's see what we get out of it. These balls of clay here, make sure to break them up. Clay is where the gold's going to be. I'm actually going to dump this stuff into this finishing pan here. Okay. See some gold here. Spin this around, and there it is. It's quite a bit for a single pan. Let's see if I can get a little bit more. You see that nugget from there? I think that's probably one of the biggest gold nuggets I've ever found. Oh. Oh, there it is, on my fingernail.
Okay.
So here's the concentrates after an hour's worth of work with these two pans. Let's see how much gold I collected. You can see, that looks like quite a bit actually. Man, these flies are getting bad. They bite. But here we go. There's actually surprisingly very little black sand for the amount of gold that you're getting. That's unusual. Usually you find way more black sand than gold. I mean, most of this is black sand here, but normally I'd like fill this whole pan with black sand. Black sand is, of course, the iron oxides, which are naturally occurring in the soil. But because they're heavy, you'll also find it with gold. Let's run up some of these rocks. There we go. Okay. How's that for an hour's worth of panning? And 4 hours of driving. Let's tap it up to the edge. There you go. It's probably less than a gram of gold there, but sure was fun getting it. But now we gotta go. Unfortunately, I can't pan for much longer. So I'm now back at the uninteresting white wall in Utah. In fact, I ought to fix that. There we go. It's a little bit better. So my trip to Alaska was exceedingly short. Hopefully I'll be able to go up there for a little bit longer time sometime in the future. One thing that we did do is we picked some fireweed and we made fireweed jelly. Making fireweed jelly is extremely easy to make. You just pick the flowers, make tea out of them, and then add lots of pectin and sugar before putting it in some jars. It's definitely my number 3 favorite thing to put on toast after honey and blackberry jam with seeds. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.